Do you know what happens when a person from India got accused in another country? Well, we have answer for that. Hello everyone, welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about 8 Indian Navy officers got commuted in death sentence by Qatar court. So, moving to the points of discussion part. First of all, we are going to discuss the news and then we are going to discuss who are the 8 former Navy men in Qatar, what were the charges against them, what avenues we have for when they will got admitted, when they will got imprisoned from the particular case, and India-Qatar relationship practice question for prelims and mains. So moving to the news part. So in October, we have seen that 8 Indian Navy officers got accused for the case of espionage in the Qatar. And what is the case of espionage? So espionage is that if you are spying for another country while living in another country. So this is a case of espionage, and they had accused that 8 Indian Navy officers were spying for Israel in Qatar. So this was the news, and for that they have been given the death sentence. But now the death sentence has been commuted. The detailed judgment has not come out yet that what they have given another kind of punishment in case of the death sentence, but we are waiting for the detailed judgment. But this has been confirmed by the Ministry of External Affairs. So this is the news we are going to discuss. And what is the name of this case? So the name of case is Dahra Global case. So this is the news. Moving to the next slide. Next slide is about who were the 8 former Navy men in Qatar. So they were the Navy personals, and here are the names: Captain Navtej Singh Gill, Captain Saurav Vashish. So these names will not ask in your examination, but you should know that who were the Navy officers and what was the name of the case. So they were working at the Dahra Global Technology, and which is known for the training for the defense personnel and also providing different consultancy services for the defense personnel. So they were the 8 former Navy men in Qatar. Moving to the next slide. Next slide is about it. What were the charges against them? So the first charges, we already know that the Qatar has charged that they were doing espionage in the Qatar. On the other hand, what others charges they have? So the others charges they have that they were spying for the Israel, and they were doing illegal activities which is not accepted by the Qatar authorities, and they had alleged that these are not in the benefit of a nation, especially the Qatar. So that's why they have given this kind of the charges. And moving to that, what avenues we have, it means that what kind of options we have when they were given the death sentence. So the first option is that India was looking for the legal thing, that in which legal manner they can take out their men from Qatar to the India. On the other hand, India was also playing with various diplomatic channels, that with different diplomatic tools, how we can release our persons from the Qatar. And the families had also filed mercy petition with the Emir of Qatar, who is known to give mercy in the month of Ramadan and on the occasion of Eid. So these are the avenues we have been left for, but we have given the death sentence. But right now, with various diplomatic regions and maybe the other regions, Qatar had commuted all those Navy officers in the death sentence. So moving to the next slide, which is that India-Qatar relations. So is this a case that Qatar didn't want to spoil their relationship with India because Indian population lives a lot in the Qatar? On the other hand, they contribute a lot to the economic and social development of the Qatar life. So this relationship is vice versa. India also gets benefits from the Qatar, and we share good diplomatic relation. On the other hand, we also share good economic relationship. That's why maybe it can be the reasons that Qatar had thought about this thing, and maybe those persons were not much guilty and they had not done espionage kind of things. So that's why the Qatar has given this kind of the judgment. So coming to the giving a light on the India-Qatar relationship. So Qatar has around 8 lakh Indian migrants living in the Qatar, and in the financial year 21-22, Qatar has become the 8th highest country from where the Indian has sent the remittances to their own country. And India's total imports from Qatar in financial year 2022 to 3 was $16.81 billion, and LNG alone imports $8.32 billion. So Qatar is the biggest resource for LNG for us. And then first big challenge when it comes that there is a Qatar and India relationship which is spoiling. So there is a political leader Nupur Sharma. So she has said something objectionable about the Prophet Muhammad. And for that, Qatar government had asked public apology from the Indian government that this is a not just religious sentiments of few Indians, it is a religious sentiments of the people who are following the Islam and people who are followers of the Islam. So that has created another kind of stiff or green kind of relationship between India and Qatar. So currently on economic terms, India is getting much benefit from the Qatar. So we should not spoil our relationship. So this is the India-Qatar relationship. Moving to the prelims question. So this is a geographical question based on the prelims. Which countries share land borders with Qatar? And your options are Saudi Arabia and Oman, United Arab Emirates and Bahrain, Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates, Kuwait and Oman. So kindly answer in the comment section. That's it for today's session. If you have any question to today's session, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you.